What up? What up? How we doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? Is everyone good? Hope you are. I've actually managed to get to the live stream in today. Yesterday we had some serious technical issues. We kept having system shutdowns and all sorts of stuff going on, so that wasn't ideal. How is everyone? What's going on, William? Now we're just running a little GU entry here. When it decides to open back up. Cool, yeah. Oh. Here. And we're just looking for that 2R extension, which is just above the high where it currently is. Just looking for that. So we're not far off of it. Has messed around a little bit, it's come back, but we'll see. I wasn't sure if there was news coming up. That's was something to make everyone aware of. At the moment it's only 22, so we got the news announcements that have just been. Spending monthly, personal income, core PCE index, core PCE index. So I didn't actually realise that was coming so quickly. I might make the executive decision to go break even on this now. I didn't realise there was news. I know we're 10 minutes after now, but I think it might be a smart idea. What's going on? How we doing? You shift short as well, Orion gave a signal. Yes, I think it did. Oh yeah. I don't know why nothing's loading on this. There we go. It's a bit iffy. The reason I say it's a bit iffy is because your entry would be here, your stop loss would be here, and then your TP would be there. So it's like 2R. Obviously, you want to extend it down, you can. It's not really the best entry, but it is a possibility for that to sell down to the low here. Just the reason I say it's not the best is because we want to see 3R plus generally is the rule set, isn't it? So how is everyone? Is everyone well? I hope you are. So we were looking at yesterday. We were looking at not chill after going long on AU. Long on GU. as in this position here, right? Yeah, I mean, look, it doesn't really matter what happens with it. If it comes down and stops us out, it comes down and stops us out. It's not really a big deal. That's the thing where you need to just disconnect from individual entries. Individual entries are part of the systematic way that Orion works. I mean, this is some advice to you right now. If you're not keen on the position where it stands, close it now with a minor loss. Close it with a minor loss and then be out of it. But just know that if it reverses and comes up and hits the TP, the only reason you took that position out was because of how you felt about it, which means you're trading with emotions. The only reason I said that I might make the decision to go BE on it was because I wasn't actually aware of any fundamentals being in place, which is pretty slack from myself. I should have been more aware of that. So USHEF as well is tapped in and starting to push away here. Very minor movement currently. We had this yesterday, but this was inadequate for us to trade from because it didn't give us a big enough RR. We had this as well yesterday, but it was literally, it gave it to us at market close. So we're not trading something that's given during the hours of 10 to 11. You can see that it was actually given to us at 11 o'clock. So we're not going to be trading that. Still long though. It's still long on the bias. We're just going to leave it to cook. My TP is at the second 4-hour low. Otherwise, you're 100% correct. The RR is not great. Yeah, that's why I sort of discounted it and didn't even bother like looking at it, to be honest. Because I think if you start to extend past the nearest target, then you're kind of extending the principle of, oh, I expect this to run further than it should. If you understand the context I'm looking at it. So how has everyone's week been so far? Hopefully good. So we have the Orion daily bias indicator that is now in live testing. If you want to be a part of that testing, just drop your name in the Discord and we will add you to the version 1, which is going to allow you to test the version 1 of this bias indicator. Now, we are actually going to set up a daily alert system on some of the pairs, right? So I'll show you here in Discord on, where are we? Here. On our VIP channel, we have alerts that at 10 p.m. every day, so every day when it's market close, you will get an alert like this, depending on what pair you're looking at, right? So gold alert, Orion bias bullish from, and then it will give you a number. So the idea of that is at the end of the week or whenever it changes, you can look at the first number or the price, sorry, that was given for the bias at first when it said bullish, and then you can look at the price when it said bearish. So you'll be able to see the difference between price A and price beat, the final price and the end price, right? But what pairs would you guys want to see this for in the Discord? Like I say, we can't give it for Euro, GU, Gold, NAS 100, UChef, AJ, or GJ, because these are our VIP exclusive pairs. Now we can give them for any pairs outside of those. So if you want to join, give your input and say I want this pair, do that over in the Discord. You'll see it in the public chat, I believe it is, or the Forex chat. No, the trade setup, sorry. Yeah, you go over and do that, and I'm going to pick a couple of each suggestion or list, and then I'll have an automatic alert set up so it posts it in the Discord so you guys can see. So you will always know what direction Orion is pointing in on a given day. Okay, and like that one I just showed you, right? Orion bias is bullish from 27.94 to 27.94 is here, and we've gone bullish since then. If we'd set it up last week, it would have been cooling. It would have been cooling down here like 2736, for example, and it's now at 278. Not 278. 28. So yeah, it's definitely a useful tool. So let me know what sort of what pairs you guys would want to see, and yeah, I would love to know so I can get them on there and show you guys what the biasing system is doing. So remember, one trade doesn't affect the outcome of the collective trades. So whether this is taken out here, or whether you decide to go break even and just say, oh, I didn't enter because of news or whatever, that's completely fine. Just know that it doesn't actually affect the overall outcome. You know, whatever you decide to do is completely unique to you, but it's not going to change the long-term outcome of something. So we are actually bearish on this. We're bearish here. We've had no money out, We're just consistently going higher. UChef, we have tapped and rejected away. We are bearish. We'll see what happens here. We've taken out several highs. On the 4-hour time frame, you can see that was an area we were looking at for price to sell down into. Now, I don't know if there's any... Let's see. Let's go financial juice. Let's see. Just want to see if there's been any news even here. I know obviously we've had a couple of announcements for interest rates and so on and so forth. So Fed Bowman, the labour market is not especially tight with the wage growth. It's still inconsistent with 2% inflation target. Bowman again, rate cuts still expected this year, but future moves should be cautious. The time access data. Okay, there's a few red folder events there, but nothing too crazy. US CPI. You have your pair request posted in there already? Yes, I've already seen it, yeah. So obviously we're only going to be able to pick the ones that aren't already part of the VIP system, because the VIPs will be receiving this with all of their pairs, so it'll be unfair to publicly share what they're going to receive. So let's have a look at some pairs right now, because I believe we have some pretty decent moves on some of the pairs here. I'm just going to S&P 500. With that bearish move there. The German 40 not giving a single sniff of an entry, just constantly moving to the upside. We looked at that, didn't we? Oh, Dow Jones. Bullish. So right here we had an entry. Again, are we taking this? Probably not, based off of the fact that it's run a fair amount first before dumping down into it. Now, I did see a very random pair requested earlier, which was CAD USD, I believe it was, which is a very, very odd one. Or USD CAD, was it? No, CAD USD. I think USD CAD would be more. I can't even find USD CAD. There it is. So, again, just really aggressive moves to the upside. I mean, there is some potential, but the way we're taking out these lows, you know, giving areas and price running higher, big gaps there, so not really ideal. At this entry area here, price does come down and tap into it, but it's we have no money in and we only have this one here, right? And also with this as well, it's ran quite significantly before coming back. Does give a pretty clean move. So we've got here, yeah. Let's see. Honestly, this is just playing around here. Just playing around. If you close out here, that's completely fine. You know, it's completely up to you what you decide to do. But just know that if you execute like a bot, then you're generally going to have the bot results. If you don't and you adjust it, then you're going to have variations of that. See, we are working, guys, on some updates for you, as well as working on releasing the daily bias indicator for public access, not just testing access. This stream is sponsored by NetApp Investment. So what's everyone doing this weekend? Have you got any plans for tonight? Are you doing anything over the weekend at all? Or are you just relaxing, making the most of not being on the markets? Or we also have some updates coming for the Orion system. There's actually a couple of minor adjustments that are being made just to improve probability. And when we say minor adjustments, we mean minor adjustments. To most people, they won't even notice the difference. But what it might do is it might incur less trade entries being given. It'll be more. You can be a little bit pickier with the entries you take, but again, it's not going to change anything except for the fact that, okay, some entries you may be like, right, I'm definitely taking this, or I might leave this. Again, we try and change it so it's not actually going to allow discretion to step in, because discretion, I think, is a bit of an issue, especially with newer traders. If you've got yourself established and you know what you're doing, all good. But discretion generally is something we want to avoid. So we will be discussing those minor adjustments with the VIPs this afternoon. Remember, this live stream is only around an hour long, and once the live stream is finished, we'll be going into the Discord. So if you are a Discord member, make sure you jump in, say hi, ask any questions you may want to ask. So I got some messages from my dad this morning. He's currently in the Maldives, making the most of everything. He sent me some pictures. He's been scuba diving, snorkeling with turtles, and doing all sorts of crazy things. He's having a right old time out there, which is awesome. Let's have a look at GJ here. I don't think we've got anything else going on, have we? Bullish, we're waiting for those. Wait, what is that? Oh, it does make me laugh. Just watching the video that my dad sent me there, he's like the least majestic person ever as a scuba diver. I've never been scuba diving. Has anyone else been scuba diving? I think you guys probably have. I'd imagine there's people here that have been scuba diving. Probably just me that hasn't. Okay guys, I feel like today's stream is going very, very slowly. I thought that was that, yeah. Remember, we're giving out the daily bias indicator, the Orion daily bias indicator, completely free. If you want access to it, just head over to the Discord, drop your name, and we will give you access to that. Honestly, pretty sluggish coming in towards the beginning of the New York session here. Very sluggish. So we have all of our alerts set. We're going to know if anything gets hit. We are streaming at home today. We got the cat chilling with us. Hi mate, how you doing? Please review NZUSD. Yeah, no problem at all. I've only got one screen, by the way, so I can't see chat at the same time. So if there is a bit of delay me answering, I do apologise. NZD USD. Okay, so straight off the bat, we've got the biasing telling us that price is bearish. When we go to the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we've just taken a high right here. Okay, so that high's been taken out. So we can see if there's an entry in here. I don't know if there is, but we'll have a look. Okay, so still bearish. Go down to the 15 here. Okay, we take it. We get a money out. Just gives you a short entry. Straight down to the low, which is a 4.1. Let's play. Does it tag in? Yeah, depends what your spread's like, but I would say that probably didn't tag you in. But we're bearish. We're looking for that to run down into the low. Look for that to be your next target. Honestly, terrible drawing there. This right here. That's what we're looking at. Running low. There's a lot of liquid sitting up here. Surprised it didn't come and grab that, honestly. Really am surprised that that's still sitting there like that. Nice pushes to the downside there. If anyone has any pairs they want me to look at, just let me know in the chat. Just allow me a couple of minutes to get round to your questions. So pushing down quite heavily here. Like I said before, if this takes us out, it takes us out. It doesn't matter what happens. It's an individual trade, which is part of a collective of entries. You, Chef, if you were looking to enter that, it would be like that. This is another thing as well. You pretty much have to get to TP1. Well, you have to get past TP1 to even go break even. TP2 is here. TP3 is way down there. So, not ideal, really. Huge collection of highs. Perfect for price to run. Take those to this. You can join all of the other members that already have access to this. You can get it. Remember, it's not about getting a system that's going to do everything for you. It's about having the ease of just being able to rely on a bias system that can tell you your bias each day, rather than it being something that you're going to have to go and look at. So that, I believe, is probably GU, is it? Yep, GU. So taking out a GU. Stop loss on that one. Happens. Bit of a fumble with the order, to be honest, because of the news. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, you don't pick and choose your trades, because if you're picking and choosing your trades, you're not using a systematic rule set to enter them. If you understand the principle of what a trading system is, you know that there is going to be losses, there's going to be wins. It's the way that it works. Obviously, you have to be realistic when it comes to stuff like minimum RR. Like, that is going to affect what the outcome is, because if you're trading something that's a very small RR, it's not going to equate to the probability side of things. If you've got a low probability, you need higher risk reward. So that's fine. We get taken out of that. AU as well, moving low. Probably U-shape pushing up. Yeah, again, that wasn't valid for entry in terms of what I'm looking at. Your stop would go here, your TP would be here. That's not even 1R, I don't believe. I think it's actually, no, I'm lying. I think it's like 1.6, 1.4. So remember, guys, if you are following the Orion trading system, you should never doubt the outcome of an individual trade, because you have data to back it up. And if you don't have data to back it up, then make sure you get yourself a free subscription to FX Replay, and you go and you backtest the rule set and you build that data pool up yourself. So then when you do have a day where you take a loss and you feel bad about it, or you take 2 losses, you feel bad about it, you can go and look at your backtesting data and you can say, well, I know this is the outcome and I'm here right now in between this loss and this loss, for example. You just have to be realistic with it. The main thing that's going to define what happens in terms of where you are now and where you are next month is based off of what you do on a daily basis. So if you take a loss and then you go, oh, oh no, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, immediately you're changing the outcome of a probability of a long term. You had great fun in the Discord call yesterday? Good. I'm glad you did, man. Glad you did. Good to talk to you. So I'll show you here the collective GU setups this week. Honestly, without any partials, pretty poor. So when at 10 a.m. and then again here. Like I said, this should have been BE, but that's worst case scenario. It's just minus 2R, right? Euro. No entry there. Price never tagged in. Believe that was the last one. Yup. Remember, we do an update for these each week. Gold here. 4.6, we'll call it 4.5. That's 100. This entry, but again, it's not really reaching the minimum RR. So we would say that that doesn't class as an entry. UCHF as well doesn't class as an entry because of the minimum RR. UJ, no entry once again. GJ, BE, no entry. AU, BE, oil. I don't think we've actually had anything on oil. Was this one here? I'm not sure if it was or not. I think it may have been. I've not been tracking that. We will update it though. And that's it. So one of those weeks where it's not the best, but it's one of those things where it's a week doesn't affect a month and a month doesn't affect a year. So it's always about the higher time frame look at things, not the individual day or the individual week. Like I say, once Orion is up and running and it runs completely autonomously, you're not going to care if you have a negative week because you're going to have positive weeks already to back that up. Just like in our Discord, if you go over to the public chat, I believe it's public chat or Forex chat. Yeah, the Forex chat. You will see week on week we post the outcomes of our Orion system, right? First week we posted it was 38.5 R gain. Second week we posted 2 R gain. Last week we posted 15.5 R gain. So if we take a negative this week, it's completely fine. We're already cushioned by like 40 R. And that is something as well that you need to realize. We're not doing the signal service bullshit where they say, oh, that's 2R gained, without saying that they're calling a partial. We're not even doing partials. Some of those trades we call BEs are running 1 to 7, 1 to 6, 1 to 5. So there are a lot more potential for a lot of the setups than we call in the weekly outcomes. So you can go and look at them yourself. And we even say in those outcomes, we say we actively encourage you to learn the system and go and test them yourself. Don't just take our word for it. Go and test it. Test it using FX Replay. Test it using TradingView. It was a news-packed week. Yes, it was indeed. It was indeed. We're just trading through it. That goes hard. I should be working on copywriting. After market pit sentiments, watch the beauty of it being the right side of the market. Yeah, that's it. Everything's gonna take time to come back in, especially in the new year. But this is what I said before, don't just take my word for it. Let Orion show you what it does best. So does anyone have any plans for the weekend? I'm going out for dinner with family tonight. Should be nice. They've actually got live entertainment where we're going as well, so it'll be an interesting one. Any plan for funding services? As in making our own funded service? Is that what you're referring to? We're gonna have accounts like prop firms. As in, you mean like start one? So we are gonna have, once Orion's running, we're gonna have 3 different accounts that it runs on. Each account is going to be designed for slightly different things. They're all going to be just running the Orion system, and it's all going to be running as it should be. But you're going to have one that's going to serve Europe, and it's going to serve like the UK and areas like that. And then we're going to have one that will serve Asia and Africa and any continent that's sort of on the lower end. And then we're going to have a broker that serves the US. So we cover every single corner of the earth with a good broker that works. So everyone can have access to Orion, and what we're going to be doing as well is we're going to have low risk tolerances on the accounts, so they should be able to be used in conjunction with prop firms and anything that you may want to do. And we are actually going to do as well, I still haven't confirmed how we're going to do it, but I think we're going to do like a 24-hour stream, when Orion first goes live. Once we've got it running, we'll do like a 24-hour stream and set it up on like a demo account, or set it up on whatever it may be, and then just let it run, because I think that'll be good for everyone to see it. And then once we've showcased it a little bit, we'll make it a bit more exclusive. But we will be making it perform for prop firms. We're going to be making it perform for a couple of investment firms as well. Also, the guys at Nesab are interested. They want to have a look at it. They have their own algorithm already, but more gains is more gains at the end of the day. To be honest, it's a lot more to do with how can it do, or how does it cope with real world volatility. You don't really want to, when it comes to like investment firms, they don't want to have to manually step in too much. They want to let it be autonomous. There's always going to have to be an element of human intervention, because there's knowledge that you just can't program. Remember, if you're not already a member of the Discord, guys, make sure you jump in there and join the Discord. It's going to be an EA, and it's going to be a linked account. So, for example, if you have, so it is going to be an EA, but that's going to be separate. So the other thing will be the Orion bot account. So, for example, if you, let's say we showcase the account, you can connect to that account as long as you have a sister account with the same brokerage. So, for example, let's say we use Vantage for the UK and Europe. If you're in the UK or Europe and you want to join that, you want the executions, all you'll do is you'll join up to the same brokerage and you'll connect your account to ours, kind of like copy trading, except it's completely automated. EAs are slightly different because obviously they have to be added to the individual MetaTrader account. We probably won't be doing an EA because of the fact that we don't want to actually give the system out. The reason why I say that is because I think it's just easy to get resold and things like that. So we'll probably just have it do its own thing, and you can link your account to it if you want to. But it will be a 0 fee setup. The only fee that will be funding your account. We're not going to charge you for access to it and then expect you to fund your account as well. If you want access to the daily indicator that tells you what direction the market should be traveling in for the day, based off of the Orion trading system, then you can get access to that completely free. Just join the Discord, tell me what your trading view name is, and I'll give you unlimited access to the beta version. And again, this is for the testing phase. Once it is out of testing, we'll be going completely live with it, and it will be free to download from TradingView. Well, not download, but free to get from TradingView. I know a lot of members already using it. I hope you're enjoying it. Take it easy, Void. Mind how you go. You understand? Okay, cool. Yeah. So guys, remember, just consistently execute off of what a plan is telling you to do. Just keep doing the same thing. That's the way you build up the long-term data outcomes. Right, so I think we're going to wrap it up there, guys. We're an hour and 10 minutes in. I hope everyone has enjoyed their week. Whether it's been a negative week or a positive week, make sure that you just keep doing the same thing, as long as you've got data to back up what you want to see in the market. So guys, I'm going to head off. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see everybody on Monday for the first live stream of the week. Have a great one, guys. Peace out. Enjoy your weekend.